All right, so live stream now. Got it. Okay. Oh man. Where is YouTube at? It ran off. It ran off on me. See, this is what I did last time. All right. Open it up. Go to YouTube. Open this up.
Talking about me.
Yeah, all right. This is live. Take this. Open this up. Oop, there we go. And then take this. Copy this. All right. Drop this off. Okay. Where's the chat box at? Oh.
It's on the bar down there.
The cake is baked, baby. There we go. All right. So that's in the chat box. Drop that off on Facebook. Come be a light. Come be a light with the Kings. Oh man, that's not doing it. Right. Oh, there it goes.
You know, on YouTube, it just says be light. You need to add an A into there.
Yeah, it sure does, doesn't it? I think, yeah.
But it works though, because we want people to be light unto others.
Be light. You know, it's funny is I don't even say like goodbye anymore. I always say be light. Like, that's how I like remove myself from situations. I'd be like, be light. Remember when people used to say that?
No.
Nobody ever said it
here.
That's not H-Town thing.
No, we just say already.
Already. You know what's crazy? That's how I know somebody like OG when they say already. I feel real comfortable around people that say already. Because out here, that's not, I don't know what they say out here. You get a mix. Everybody posted that? Yeah. We good, Nate? DeMarcus?
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. So we can tap in. Welcome back to the Be a Light podcast. It's your boy K Sloan here with my dog.
Jay Jones.
Another one. And then I'll let the brain go ahead and introduce himself real quick.
I'm back in the place.
Missed you last week, man.
Hey, man, but y'all carried on strong without your boy. Can't hold it down.
It was a good little conversation with Carl, man. Carl tapped in last week, for real. And then I don't know what he wanted himself to be called, so I ain't even gonna say nothing. I just let him, the guy.
If I'm the call him Mr. Lift and Go.
Another one. Y'all know what it
is. Yeah. So we here, we ready to rock, we ready to go. Couple of big things we got going on in the works, man. We got the First Light Leadership Conference going on that we are excited to bring to the Killeen area. It will be on November 27th at 1:00 p.m. We'll be there for the kids, and we are igniting our mentorship program. So if you know any youth that need leadership, mentorship, that are student athletes, we're specifically focusing on them, but we won't turn anybody away. But we want to be able to provide services like, help kids learn stocks, help kids learn how to get into school, help kids learn how to be better men and women. And it's going to be myself, Mr. Lift and Go, Nate G, Jarrell, and then our other great friend that has been a part of the podcast, Shanice Davis, should be there as well. And then a couple of other people will be coming and supporting. So if you guys want to come, bring some kids out, maybe you want to be a mentor yourself, reach out to us, let us know. We will be out there November 27th, 1:00 at I Train You, which is on South 27th, Fort Hood Street. So we'll tap in with that more a little bit at the end of the podcast. But we're going to jump into it because we've been brainstorming, meeting of the minds. We've been already on this call for at least 20 minutes. So let's go ahead and get this thing rocking and rolling. Dallas Cowboys lost. Jarrell still representing. He still got
Good day to me.
Oh yeah. He still got his Cowboy stuff on. So
I literally just got home and didn't have time to change. I was out with some friends watching the game. Didn't turn out how I wanted to, so I drove home, sped through traffic, got here at 7:00. But I should have known I had to be here till 7:30. You know what I'm saying? So,
Whoa! You told me 7:15. All right, whatever. All right, okay. All right, we're gonna have this conversation every podcast. Anyway,
tell you on time.
See, it's cool. It's cool. Let's get y'all going though. Like I'm gonna get y'all going now. Rittenhouse acquitted on all charges.
Wow. We gonna start with this?
Acquitted on all charges. Jarrell, what you think?
I can't say exactly the word I think, but I think it's crazy. But the thing is, we talked about this earlier. We just have to figure out ways to look out for each other because in America, nobody looking out for us. So no, ain't nobody else looking out for us. So let's have each other's backs, my people. You know what I'm saying? Like we really have to look out for each other because the justice system, the government, the president, ain't nobody looking out for us. So make sure you look out for a brother or a sister out there for real. So
For real. And looking out means leading them in the way that they should go, man. You got to make better decisions. We got to move wiser out here.
I got a question. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm saying if we do something like that, we're going under the jail. If you're on TV, if you're on video, if you went to another state to handle some police business that you had nothing to do with, and you shot 2 people and killed 2 people, you ain't getting acquitted, brother. So.
Now get a full background though for the people that may not be as hip to what you're talking about with the Rittenhouse situation.
There's some surprise moments in this situation. They couldn't really declare motive, so to speak, but like it was stated, he came from a different state to impact a Black Lives Matter protest, and he took heavy artillery. I mean, he took a assault rifle, and multiple forms of weaponry, and he killed 2 people. And the sad part about it, 2 people he killed weren't even people of color. Like,
that's what's crazy about the whole thing. Like Jarrell said, you going to handle police business, right? Mm-hmm. He said he was going out there to defend private property. That's not your job as a civilian, bro. If it's your property, that's one thing. Like, we're in a stand your ground state here in Texas. If somebody come to your house, you got all right to defend your property and what's in it. It's a completely different situation when you moving from state to state looking for an issue, though. That's what the real thing about all of this is for me, right? Like, we know justice system, that's always gonna be unjust. That's just, it is what it is, right? It's a just us system. We gonna get hit the hardest, right?
Well, you call it a just us system?
It's a just us system, right? We gonna get the brunt of it most of the time, right? But it's crazy how what's really stood out to me is how many people have truly defended his actions in all of this. Like, that's the patriotism mindset or whatever is behind it, right? Like this militia call to arms kind of deal that they got going on, which, hey, that's probably what this country was founded on. We can go way back in the history, look at a lot of things like that. But at the end of the day, we talking about a 17-year-old kid, 18-year-old kid who I never in my right mind had any thought of going to defend somebody else's stuff when I was 17, 18 years old. Definitely not. I would hardly get up and go up the street to fight with some friends or something versus going across state lines to defend somebody I don't even know, right? So you just gotta look at it for what it is, the mindset of, I'm not even gonna label the dude going out there to be a killer, right? But you knew you going to put yourself in this kind of situation, so you know what's going to be able to come from it, right? I don't go to riots. I don't want to be around that because I don't have the energy for that. But if you go put yourself in that situation, it is what it is. the trip is the justification, the get off of it all. So, but I asked you, I did. Were you surprised?
No, absolutely not. And I think that's that's my take on it. So like you saying, like, why are we going into other people, or why is he going into something else that's like basically not his business and trying to defend something that's not his? I think it's important for us, you know, as Black people that sit around and we look at these situations like the Tamir Rice situation that everybody keeps comparing this side by side to, talk about justice for Breonna Taylor and things like that, and saying like, you know, there's are people that are getting killed, and you know, things is not going the same way as it did for this Rittenhouse, you know, situation, and comparing it. But we're putting so much energy into that. That's not our business. I mean, that's not our business is Black people. If we Black people are, I feel like being Black is a verb. You know what I'm saying? It's not now. I was telling Jarrell this earlier today. It's a verb. Like as a Black man, my job is to educate other Black youth that, hey, like this world that you live in here, this society, there's certain things that are not going to go the same for you as they would for your white friends if y'all go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? The way y'all conduct yourself in this community, it's not going to be the same penalties based on the history of how things have worked. This is just a fact. I mean, it's like we can feel how we want to feel about it. You know, people can have their own opinions, but our job is to make sure that we take care of us, because what's going to go on over there is how the power structure was built. And we trying to be able to change things. We want things to change. People died for us to, you know, take that mark and move it forward, and at least throw that thing forward far enough to where they could take, you know, that movement and keep moving it forward. So that's why we decided to address this on the podcast. We want to be able to be that light on the situation, because we do have white viewers that don't understand that this is how we see things. We know there's certain crimes we just not gonna do. We're not gonna let our kids put themselves in a situation to do those crimes, because we like, hey, the stuff you see on TV, you cannot do. Some of that stuff you can't do. Don't go out there and think you can do it. I love you. I don't want to lose you. I'm not trying to have you behind bars for a little petty crime that, you know, this guy can, you know, make all these people, you know, lives terrible, put people in tears, you know, have us all stressed out watching the news. That's not gonna be your case. Your case is gonna be pretty quick and final. Like it's gonna be boom, boom, boom. It's gonna be like that. And then all of a sudden it's like, you know, we lost them, right? So I think that's the important part of it is, I mean, we're rebuilding ourselves. I'm not gonna sit here and cry about the rain. Like it's been the rain. Like I'm not gonna stop the rain. We can make sure that we better suit ourselves to protect ourselves from the rain. We can make sure we have a situation where we're not sitting outside when the storm come down. We got our own stuff set up, right? But I mean, that's powers that be. I'm not shooting shots at the sky, bro. That's me. That's how I see it.
It's all about being aware, man, moving accordingly, bro. Be aware of what it is. I remember, like, my step pops is a cop. He's a detective, actually, homicide detective at that. And I remember, like, when he was actually out on the beat, working the street and everything, I had just started driving, so like 15, 16 years old. I remember he told me, he was like, look, you a big dude, big Black boy, all of that. You got to be aware of certain things. You get pulled over. One, it was, don't go out there putting yourself in situations to be involved with the police. But if you are involved with the police, no matter what your pride is telling you, all of these things, move accordingly, right? And he was real. He was like, look, because I'll probably put a couple on you. If I think the situation's finna get out of control, you a big old football player, you strong, all of that, these dudes ain't gonna be able to just physically handle you. They gonna go to that lethal level. So you have to be aware of all of that, and you just have to deal with it, right? You have to, for me, it's never a coward situation or anything like that. Like, don't let your pride tell you that. It's much better to say you got talked to a little crazy, but you came home to vent about it, right? Then I ain't gonna let you talk to me like that on, you know, blah, 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 whoop, whoop. And now we sitting here saying RIP.
Pride is the devil. What's J. Cole say? Man. I think it got a hold on me.
No, for real. Man, to add to that, the big black theory is just no.
Where you wondered that the big black theory.
But that's a theory.
No, it's a theory.
I'm gonna, just like Nate, I'm gonna tap y'all into a real life scenario too. Like,
yeah.
Me and my son went to Whataburger. Whataburger. Maybe I shouldn't say their name on here, but we went to
drop the name.
We went to Whataburger. I got a formal complaint with them, so whatever. We went to Whataburger. They got our order wrong. We was in the drive-thru. We stayed outside. They came and brought 3 orders to us, and all 3 of them was wrong. And when I say I went in there with the calmest tone, I was like, okay, y'all just didn't get it right, whatever. I go back in there and talk to the manager. And I'm trying to talk to the manager. I see she's busy. I was like, hey, can you come talk to me? Because y'all keep getting my order wrong. I just want my money back.
Yeah.
So they're cursing at me. And I was like, I responded in an aggressive way, but I was behind the counter, just words. And she called the cops on me. And this is the description she gave. There's a big black guy in our lobby that's cursing at the minors. The description she gave. When I say the cops got there with a quickness, they got there with a quickness. Well, I think it was 2 cops pulled up. I'm the only black guy in the lobby.
Only one.
They looking around. I said, yes, it's me. And just to let you know, I'm 5'8", 185 pounds. I'm the big black guy she's talking about. They were happy that I was somewhat cordial and understood that I was pissed off because we had paid for our food, whatever. And just like what Nate is talking about, the cop told me, hey, would you mind just calling in a formal complaint and leaving the scene? And it's crazy that he came at me with that, you know what I'm saying, to resolve the situation. And I had 2 Caucasian people that were older, and they was like, when she called the cops, they said, we're going to stay here with you because we know what she's trying to do. She's trying to get you shot. She wants to get you put down. Like they're going to come in aggressively thinking that I'm being aggressive or trying to harm somebody. And just like you're saying, like it's the just us system. And those Caucasian people knew that, hey, we're going to use our skin power to help you out because we know what's going on. Like that's a real situation that could have went ugly and awry. You know what I'm saying? Say I left the scene, they could have wrote my license plate down and said that, whatever, I was being aggressive or in a way to where they try to come get me. The whole narrative changed. It's like, that's the world we live in.
Yep, it is. I mean, it happens a lot. And to be able to have that awareness is key. I mean, be able to know. Like just the fact that is a step ahead of a lot of brothers and sisters that we got out here that's really, they working off emotion, right? You gotta be able to rise above your emotion as a black person, because there's going to be situations you get into that's going to drive you, and they know that. And I'm gonna tell y'all now, like these headlines, I was telling Jarrell, these headlines, they are trying to trigger an emotion when they side by side some of these headlines with Tamir Rice, with some of these other names that we see it. It's like it enrages you, right? You just get livid, but you have to calm yourself back down to the point and understand, you know what can we do to build a solution for us? Like, what can we do so that we don't put ourselves in situations where, it's in your hands. Let's not put our fate in somebody else's hands. We can't do that. We can't do that. Not in America. We're not gonna make it like that. Like, we got to be able to take us together, educate us, and then move forward accordingly. So I think that's the importance of, great mentors, especially both ways. If you are a white person, we love y'all too. My white brothers and sisters, we love y'all too. If you have black friends, it's important to understand that your black friends might move a little differently than you in certain situations, and not look at them like, oh, you just being paranoid, oh, you just being this, oh, you just being that. No, there's stats. There is situation upon situation that backs up why your black friends operate like they do, why they say what they do. And if you are missing that, you need to educate yourself on the history of our country. You really, really do. And just take some time, just sit down, maybe on a Saturday, and just Google, and you'll find it. And some of it be a little diluted, but you'll find it, you'll see it. So you can start with the Willie Lynch letters.
The diluted is still gonna shock you, bro.
It's still
diluted, and it's gonna be like, oh my God, is that real?
Yeah,
and that's 20%.
Is that real?
But like you said, Kerry, we just have to learn how to manage our emotions, because I was pretty angry. I was talking to DeMarcus when I found out, actually. and we just started cussing up a storm, and then I called you. Yeah. So yeah, it just happened over and over again. So like you said, can't cry about the rain. We just got to figure out what umbrella we need. So
facts. So and then DeMarcus had an amazing topic that segues out of this, but it was kind of more so focused on the parenting with us being men, specifically. So DeMarcus, if you want to introduce that topic for us.
Yeah, well, I got this topic from Caleb, but I got this topic.
You better show love, boy. You better I lift it out. I was like, oh man, I ain't say it. But nah, you better show love.
But she was saying how there are some men that inside the emotion of anger, they move tremendously, like in a feminine way. And in a feminine way, when a woman argues and anger, screams, and trying to get the last point or whatever, when it's done by a male, of course, it's a little more demonstrative. It's more overbearing. It's more intimidating, and then it can get out of control. Not understanding how to move within anger, and to move within anger, it, of course, isn't the best way to move. But to understand where's your top at, top off, move away, or kind of find that limit to where, okay, I have to control the situation. Because a lot of times we have to understand, men across the board, we have to understand that we set the tone for the whole thing. Like, we set the tone. Like, you can stop an argument with a certain thing, you can keep it going, you can go overboard. We've seen situations where, domestic violence was encouraged. Like, we've seen situations, I'm pretty sure, been in college, everybody's been in college or school or whatever, we've seen situations where the girl hit the dude. But the dude stopped the situation just by, okay, we're not going no further than this. So just wanted to talk and kind of shed some light on being controlled in an angered nature.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It was kind of hard to put that in question form. Me and Kerry went back and forth over this, but just to try to get the idea out there so that y'all can see where we're coming from. Like, it's real imperative that we move better as men, Black men, white men, Hispanic men, all men move better as men, because we do set the tone. We set the tone overall on everything.
Yeah. And I think coming from somebody that, I was telling you earlier, DeMarcus, my situation is I've been that person that's acted out in emotion in my life before, because I'd seen it displayed to me. I'd seen anger in my life from men in my life, not saying one man, multiple men. I've seen people blow their gasket and do things. And I thought that's how you got your anger out for a little bit. Right. And we talked about how the influence of seeing a man that doesn't lose his stuff and be calm in those situations is very impactful for anybody. Like, if I'm led by somebody that's in the same conflict situation as me, and I see their reaction isn't over the top to something that I would have lost it over, it kind of like, it's like when you have that boss that's like, you like, man, why you ain't gonna say, X to him, and then they don't even say nothing. They just kind of play it cool, like, hey, it's not time for that. It's right now. It's not the time for that. We let this kind of go over. When they go high, we go low. When they go low, we go high, right? Like, people that like that. Like, Jarrell, you remember Coach B tell us about the duck on water situation. Shout out to Coach B. He's always talking about, like, a duck is on water, and when he's on water, he's just sailing across and looks smooth. But under that water, he's pedaling like hell to just keep things going. And that's kind of what I think about when you talk about this, is us pedaling like hell under that water, trying to figure it out in this tumultuous situation, and being able to all the while keep it all cool, calm, and collected. I mean, everybody's looking to us as the head of our families to do that. And when you're raised by a woman sometimes, or you spend a lot of time around women, you start to, I think you start to see those interactions, because they tend to like wear their feelings on their sleeve a little more often than we do. It's a little more easier for us to go cold at times, I think, in regards to those conflict situations, to really analyze and be like, okay, let me get into my head on this one. Let me get into my Nate, you know what I'm saying? Because Nate, we done talked about this multiple times. Nate ain't tripping on a lot of stuff. He'll say, he'll get to thinking 10 times before he make a play, which isn't necessarily everybody. But I think that comes from, experience and who showed it to you? Someone has to show you how to move like that. If you ain't had somebody that was stoic enough of that type of, character to be able to just take, a lot and be able to just take it, like just to sit there and logically reason out what are the scenarios that could happen. Okay.
And it also makes your tone more powerful when you can control yourself like that. For the most controlled person, if they yell or grandpa yell or daddy yell and he's always controlled, like, oh, whoa, I ain't never seen that.
Yeah, like I'm scared. Off the rip, I'm scared.
Yeah.
So
that's all.
It's just it's a lot of stuff we ingest. I think TVs, movies, stuff we watch, it kind of shows is what we see all the time. Even in the movies, people mad. The cool guy is beating people up and stuff, Mm-hmm. So it's like a lot of stuff we watch, we see. It's like, well, if I get mad, this is how I'm supposed to show emotion. So like you said, without having a mentor, which a lot of us young Black men don't, that's the first thing we're gonna do is blow a gasket because I don't know what else to do. I don't know how to use coping strategies. Nobody ever told. I don't know what a coping strategy is. I don't know how to go take a walk around the block, to calm down before I say something I don't mean. So, I mean, when I was younger, me being the youngest, the baby brother, I saw my dad blow a gasket a couple times, but then as he got older, I kind of seen him cool out. I seen DeMarcus blow a gasket a couple times, but usually when they do it, they tell me like, hey, that's not the way to move, So I would see it and I'd be like, all right, it happens, but after it happened, try to figure out a way like to do better the next time. Because DeMarcus, one time, funny story, we were at the mall and DeMarcus about to fight.
Wow.
About to fight a dude and he about to fight everybody. Let's just go with that. But when he got back in the car, he was like, man, I shouldn't even do it. It's like he realized what he did. He was like, dang, little bro, that ain't how we move. That's not how you do that.
Yeah, you don't. But move at the time, you don't move the best in anger. That's what people tell you. Taking some time to cool down.
Right.
You gotta have your perspective, man. You always gotta keep what's important on your mind, bro. There's plenty of times that I've wanted to really risk it all, and I'm willing to throw it away. And I think like,
risk it all.
I really want to go sit do a 3 to 5. Am I really trying to go back, and lose everything that I worked for? If you keep that perspective, if you keep what's important to you on your mind, it makes those choices a lot easier. You go get mad. I never tell nobody don't get mad. It's just don't lose it because you were mad, because you go regret it and you go hate yourself at the end of the day. You really got to have a perspective of the old saying, live to fight another day, bro. At the end of the day, your life is so much bigger than the things that make you mad. Right? Got to be able to let it go.
A temporary emotion.
Yeah, you gotta cut them small losses. Them little losses, man. You gotta take those and just chalk them up. I think what I got from what y'all just said too is like, with knowing what's important, you gotta keep what's important in your mind, but know what's important as well. If you in your life, if you don't identify those important things, and like I had a student tell me, he said, because he was talking about, he was mad that a kid took his phone. There was a donut shop. They got an altercation. They were talking, and then he took his phone and broke his phone. Now, the kid, I'm assuming, was older than him, and it might have been a bully situation, but he's like, man, I'm finna kill him. And he talking to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, Sloan, I'm finna kill him. Like, I want to do something bad to him. And I'm like, man, I said, okay. Like, I know you want to do something bad to him, but I was like, what's going to be what's going to happen? Like, what's going to come of you, going and getting a gun and trying to kill this cat? He's like, I don't know. I ain't got nothing to lose. I don't care. And I was like, you ain't got nothing to lose. You talking to me and saying you ain't got nothing to lose, and you able to use your breath coming out your lungs to say that, and you can say that you don't understand what's really important. You don't have a ground level understanding. This phone, this $200 phone got you so hot that you talking about risking your freedom. So it's like, it's important for us to understand what those important things are. Like, you got to know what those important things are. And it's not the material things. It's not, the fact that when you got in an argument, your pride got hurt. That's not what's important. It may be what's important is your baby. Like, being able to have your baby around you. What's important is being able to hug your mama, still kiss your mama. What's important is that you don't have terminal illness, like stuff like that. And then the acceptance too, bro. Like, when you do blow it, you have to accept the fact that you lost your itch. Like, you have to be able to accept that. Don't run from it and act like you did it. And that's something that it took a long time for me to do, bro. Like, when I used to get upset, I used to be like, well, if you wouldn't have did this, I would have snapped. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all just keep that from around me. I ain't gonna go off on y'all. I ain't gonna do this and do that. But it's my responsibility to control myself. Like I have to control myself. That's not nobody else's responsibility. They can bring whatever they want to bring to me. I should be able to decipher through it with logic. And if I can't, I could take 5. But at some point, I'm probably gonna have to come double back and still handle this situation. You know what I'm saying? Woman and man, like we all got to be able to handle our situations. I just think for us men, like DeMarcus said, it does set the tone, because if I'm losing my composure more often than not, then the whole house gonna be out of whack. The whole house gonna be chaotic. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody gonna be.
It's the pilot theory. You know, the pilot, like we always say, the pilot theory. If the pilot get on there and say, "Hey, I don't know what's about to happen, but the plane going down," you gonna be like,
"Going down." Whole plane, everybody in there just panicking.
If the pilot get on there, if the little turbulence happen, the pilot say, "Hey, experience a little turbulence. We're gonna get through it in about 10 minutes." Hey, I'm chill. That's all I need to hear. So it's the pilot theory. The pops, the dad in there, he losing it. The kids see him losing it. The mom probably gonna be crying. Exactly. Everybody, it's just chaos. You know what I'm saying? So
swing that back to what DeMarcus was saying with the cop situation too, though, right? Or with the lady calling the cops, right? People do certain things to push your buttons to change the perception of you at the end of the day. And that's what we always got to remember, because if I can trigger you and make you get out of character, now people are only going to perceive, dang, Nate is really crazy. Like Nate will snap off and like try to hurt somebody. But I've been cool 99% of the time. It's the 1% that's going to stand out though. All right.
They'll taint the whole 99.
Yeah.
That one drop will taint the whole 99.
The thing about like not having nothing to live for, definitely for young kids, man, for anybody, you got tomorrow to live for at the end of the day, right? No matter what's going on today, whatever happened yesterday, you still got tomorrow, bro. God willing, you wake up, you got another shot to get it right. So you can't let your perception be so tainted moving forward. Now you losing out on opportunities. You losing out on different connections that you go make in life because of some little situation that you turn into a big one.
For anybody who might feel like you don't know my situation, I can't speak for everybody, but I've been in some dark places. You know, I've been in some of the most horrible sleeping places. I've been, you know, at the bottom, like literally at the bottom. If you want to know more, y'all can email me. You know what I mean? Like, there is tomorrow. You wake up tomorrow, it's a good day because you woke up to live another day. Like, don't ever think that tomorrow don't mean anything.
We're gonna drop that email too on the video, so they can all email you simultaneously. We need everybody to hit.
But yeah, you know, and this the last thing I'm gonna say too. Like with the nothing to live for, some people think they so deep in the hole that they can't climb out. But like they saying, if you have another chance, if you have another day, even if you climbing out inch by inch, man, do what you got to do, man. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your life. Just live. Be good. Be great. Be great. We want to see y'all be great out there. Be a light.
Be a light. Be a light. And also, I know sometimes because we've 4 men on a phone, on a Zoom call, sometimes the woman perspective gets left out. And women, we love the fact that y'all give us influence as well. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about like the feeling component of it, the things we need to learn from women, like the feeling and the empathy component, because like, yeah, like we do want to be able to control our emotions, but you still want to be able to feel things as well. Because I was having a conversation with one of my lady friends and we was talking about like the cathartic experience, which is like that euphoric experience that comes from crying. Like, I don't know if y'all know, but women like to get together and just cry. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes like certain women, not all women, but certain women like to get together and they like having crying experiences. Now, I know that's hard for us to wrap our head around, but I have done some research that says, you know, things like crying actually are healthy for us. Now, for us to sit on this call and just all start bawling, it's not necessarily something that we just willing to subscribe to, but it is something that, I mean, you know, showing emotion is beneficial. Like it is beneficial to let your emotions be present and be one with those emotions so that they don't run you. Like you do have to be able to feel something. You can't numb yourself when we talking about, controlling these emotions. You can't numb yourself of it. It's just that you're aware of it, and I know how to move within it. Same as the accountability piece. Like, we are all things at the same time, man. Like, we are all things at the same time. We gotta know how to navigate this world using what we got and what we experience, right? Like, so that's that. I wanted to add that to it. But switching gears a little bit. I mean, that's what we really wanted to cover, right? You miss anything?
What was DeMarcus' topic? Why can't you trust a big button smile?
Oh my God.
That girl is poison.
No, but look, DeMarcus, didn't you say something about, I mean, you didn't write this today, but about how like your looks get you to different places. And so you said this another.
Yeah. He did something.
I forgot how you worded
it too.
Yeah.
You said something about how does the way people look play a role in their success, or how far they go, or in comparison to other people.
Yeah, basically, how does your look play a role in your success? It's not necessarily physical. Physical looks too, but how you present yourself, as far as having a clean cut, a dirty look, how you wear hair, just the overall appearance. How does your appearance help you to rise in a successful way? Because your first impression is the lasting impression, but your first impression, the majority of that is your appearance. So how do you use that for your benefit to succeed?
I mean, go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro.
No, I was about to say, like a job interview, you put your best foot forward. Like when you about to go to a big job interview, you're gonna put the suit on, the top, you're gonna get your hair done and everything, haircut, and the beard right and everything. So I think, like you said, that first impression, that shaking a guy's hand, when you meet a new person, you're shaking their hand, people perceive, they judge you off that. So just trying to, especially in the working environment, I just always try to do my best. I always want people to see me at my best. So
to add the contrast to that, so that we have an even more narrow view. Some of the younger people nowadays, because of social media and the advancement of technology and whatever, everybody will be like, I just want to be myself. You can't accept me as me, then, you can lose it or whatever. But trying to teach them that we got to work together. And your appearance, you might want to just be yourself, but that still doesn't mean be well-grown, clean, having that first impression, being kind to others, but the appearance, like some people will be like, oh, you just gonna take my appearance for what it is. It could be beneficial and it could be detrimental at the same time. I know for a while, the natural look for the African-American woman was frowned upon, and now it's more accepted. But how do we navigate that area from it being beneficial and detrimental?
I think that I would almost go to say, DeMarcus, I had to disagree with the fact that we do have to meet in the middle on appearance. And the reason why I say that is because I think that everything trendy comes in circles, right? So depending on where you are and what you want to represent, I think that depends on how you represent yourself. So I do believe in professionalism, and I think that we should practice, dressing nicely. I think suits and ties for young men is a message. You know what I'm saying? When you come out in a suit and tie, that's a message. You are showing that I'm a professional, whether I know you or not. So I think that's something that, and I mean, it could be true, could not be true, but people will judge you off of that. I've done it millions of times. Like, I always like dressing up nice, but also depending on, like, let's say you are a rapper, right? And you want to represent yourself as a certain type of person to hit your target audience. And that may work for you and bring you a lot of money because people will gravitate towards that style via a Wiz Khalifa or, you know what I'm saying? Even Kanye West was being radical and plugging his head and getting these designs and whatnot. He may start to have followers, people that we see show up with these space boots on and these, you know what I'm saying, plugged hairstyle. Bro,
please don't cut your hair like Kanye.
Bro, Kanye is one of the richest men in our culture. So
he's
it's
a trendsetter.
He's a trendsetter. And trendsetters don't necessarily follow the rules. So it's like, I don't think that you have to follow the rules per se when it comes to your appearance. I think that it's important to understand what you're representing. So if you're not trying to represent that type of lifestyle, and you're not a rapper, or you're not, a fashion guru or anything like that, and you're, being radical and you showing up to a job interview, I mean, they don't have to hire you. You know what I'm saying? People don't have to accept what you got going on. Like, I don't have to accept the fact that you look like this. Like, get out of here. Like, it's not professional to me. This is my institution. This is my entity. Go on about your business.
But like you said, people who need jobs, let's go with that. Like I was saying, like if I needed a job, I'm gonna have to it's gonna be a compromise. I'm gonna have to be like, hey, I need this job right now.
Facts.
This is a good paying job. I'm not comfortable in a suit. Jarrell, I don't like wearing suits. But if I'm going to a really important job interview, I'm gonna meet them in the middle. Hey, I don't want to put this suit on, but hey, I'm gonna put this suit on. I'm gonna go do this interview, get this job. Now, when we talk about when we at work and they say, "Hey, relaxed environment. You don't have to wear that suit." Okay, but in the interview, the first impression, I'm gonna put my best foot forward. That's what I'm. But like you said, that's me saying if I need this job. But if I want to be my own, if I want to own my own business, wear a hat and jeans and a shirt because I can do my own thing.
Yeah, I like how Kerry. Oh, go ahead.
I like owning your own business. You got to look a certain way at the same time. True. I just went to have a meeting with a lady at HEB yesterday about doing some donations for us with the nonprofit. Right, I had just for work, had on some basketball shorts. I'm lucky I got a job where I can wear t-shirt and basketball shorts too, right? But I was like, man, let me not go up here and try to do business with this lady. Let me throw on a pair of jeans and a polo, just so I can go up here and look a little bit more professional. It's a Sunday, Saturday? So it's like Kerry said about the rules. Play your part, bro. At the end of the day, play to the part that you're looking for. If you want to be respected, look a certain way. You're not going to the boardroom looking like you got a brick on you at the end of the day. All right.
Say that one more time. Say that one more time.
You ain't going to the boardroom looking like you got a brick on you, bro.
Yeah, but I like how you put that. I think people need to hear that. Like, people will watch the Kanyes and the Jay-Z's and some people that are real big influence, not understanding that they went to meetings wearing a certain thing too. But then, like he's saying, if you're going to be an entrepreneur and you can set your own trend and you have the ability to financially support yourself and get things running, then you're in a different space. But if you're trying to do business, think about it. You're doing business with somebody. When they say your services are no longer needed, you're doing business with another business. Two entities are meeting together, and the compromise is, hey, we have the funds, you want the funds, we want you to do this way, and we want you to be presented a certain way. So I don't want people to get so tied up into looking at, Kanye putting the plug in their head like this is I'm just being me, like Kanye does it. Like, okay, well, hey, Kanye is worth $6.6 billion.
Right.
Yeah.
Get to that level.
Yeah, he can stand there in the Speedo and be looked at like a hero.
Right. Yeah. But get to that level, then be, then lose all the compromise. Do what you want to do. But get to that level first. We ain't saying you can't get to that level. Get to that level, then.
It's steps.
Be yourself. Yeah, baby steps.
Yeah, I think this is the practical formula I thought of just now when y'all talking. If you don't have your own time and you don't have your own money, you don't have your own freedom to wear what you just want to wear and act how you want to act. Straight up, like those are the two significant pieces of this puzzle. You know what I'm saying? Like if I ain't got no time because this job taking all my time, then I better do what the job's telling me to do to me if you have to secure my bag and or what it requires for me to represent myself, how to represent myself. And as you start to get freedom, then you can start to really, express yourself in ways that, you hadn't done in the past when you get a little more money. Like, that's cool. But just young people understand that your representation of who you are, that first impression will never be made again. Like, once you show me who you are and I see you, I will never have another first impression. Now, you can be able to fix that first impression, but I always see you as a fixed up piece of work. Like, it's never gonna be,
And just saying, I'm gonna put this out here, young people. Just saying yes, ma'am, and yes, sir. These days, people look at you different. When I was in Alaska, everybody thought I was in the military because I said yes, ma'am, yes, sir. That puts you a step ahead of most people these days. People don't show respect like we used to. Just saying, when you say yes, ma'am, yes, sir, people look at you like, who your mom and dad?
These kids be like, huh? They be like, what? What you say, huh? Huh?
I'm glad you said that, because in your appearance and how you move about your day, you're not just representing yourself. You know, you represent your last name, your family, your bloodline, your kids, whatever, like your friends. You representing more than just you too.
Right. So yeah. So and I want another thing I wanted to say, Nate. We're gonna make this a little cut up too. I'm saying this on the live. You need to advertise what's going down in Houston, man, because we need to cut this up and advertise that, man.
Yeah,
absolutely, man. Hey, on that note, I did have a request for us to come and do a mentorship program like what we're doing in Killeen down here. So, absolutely.
H-Time next. We're gonna be grooving in the H.
We grooving, moving and grooving.
This is where we can go. Probably talk to a few coaches that I know and see what we can do around here. So, absolutely.
Let's do it. And then what date y'all doing the donations? Like when y'all giving out stuff?
So we're gonna be doing donations on the 24th, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Yeah, the 24th. So we'll be going around. We got about 8 families that we're gonna be contributing to for the Thanksgiving holiday, trying to make a difference out here, help some people out through a hard time, and then we go run it right back for Christmas. We're trying to get some families signed up, see who we can reach out to. Probably, I think we're going to lean more towards a toy drive for Christmas, holiday season, whatever. And it's not just for the Christian Christmas. It's Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, man. Festive is all that. Come holler at it. So.
Come holler at it.
You got the professionals on the car. They running. They gonna be doing their toy drive too. When y'all toy drive coming out, when y'all giving out turkeys, what y'all got going? With,
like Nate said, we gonna Fearless Foundation. We working with little Pee Wee team, local Pee Wee team out here. Jerome and them, they're gonna do everything. They're gonna go pass out turkeys to the families. But for Christmas, we're trying to get. We're in the works working with the city, trying to get the city, trying to get a builder for the toy giveaway this year. But we're gonna see how that go. I'm gonna update y'all on that.
We have literally watched that grow, and this just shows you that everything ain't about instant gratification. We have literally watched that grow from a domino table with some toys on top of it, and wrapped or not wrapped with a table cover over top of the domino table, to the point to where we literally take up a parking lot that's in the middle of a shopping mall and have a line of cars giving away toys on a program to where you got to have a number and you go this way. What age is your child? You go that way. So it just shows you the manifestation of a vision. It doesn't happen overnight, but when you can pour into somebody else or pour into somebody else's life and watch a vision grow, it's amazing, man. It's a real blessing.
Yeah. So we're gonna get Prosperous People and Fearless Foundation on it.
We definitely gotta do something together, man.
We're gonna do something together. We might that little when we go speak to the kids, we might click everybody up because we have a lot of people in our circle that have a lot of good stuff to say. So I'm trying to reach one, teach one. So.
And not only say but do is the action that we putting in behind our words is important, right? Because we actually are out here trying to make this impact and touch these every time I say touch these kids, I'm thinking about tomorrow. I gotta
wait, you gotta cut that out. You gotta cut that out. No, this is live. I'm gone.
Oh no, because you said I don't know how to impact these kids. All right, anyway.
We're trying to mold children's lives, bro. We're trying to mold brains and make it different.
Yes. Hey, but no, for real, I train you November 27th, this Saturday, 1:00. We are jumpstarting our mentorship. We are looking for young student athletes to be able to mentor, provide services for, create goals together with, and play that middleman for an individual that needs that type of guidance, needs that kind of, that help, because we all need assistance. I mean, we all have our own little build toward mentorship here on the call. So we understand the importance of having good people with you. It moves you forward. It allows you not to be stagnant and get stuck in your own mindset, because our minds, they lie to us. They lie to us. The little person in your mind sometimes is saying things that aren't necessarily true. And sometimes you need somebody outside of you to let you know that that's not you. You know what I'm saying? The higher frequency is within you. You just got to tap in. So tap in with the Kings. We're going to be there Saturday, promoting all week. It's gonna be a major.
During Ohio State, Michigan. Shout out to Nate because he an Ohio State fan.
Yeah, we're gonna pull up on the game.
They'll show y'all the front because it's a little messed up, but y'all know what it is.
I am sadly a Texas Longhorn fan. DeMarcus is sadly a Florida fan.
Oh man,
I'm looking for a new coach now.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, I'm looking at Kerry's just Chicago. We ain't even got to talk about college. He's a Bears fan. That's a tough stretch for his life.
Thank you. I see you just throwing salt since y'all lost today. I see what you got going on here.
Hey man, I'm about to go in here. I fried some salmon. I made some grits. I'm about to do some fish and grits.
You talking about his happy place?
Yeah.
Happy place. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and stop this recording now. But hey, you brothers be light. It's been another one.
Hey.
My bad.
What are we wearing on Saturday?
You have a shirt, Nate.
Kerry, bring my shirt.
Hold on.
That's actually what I was going to tell you. I was going to text you so I could actually curse you out on it and tell you to bring my MF shirt.
The recording stopped, so
it's still live. It's still live. No, it's still live. Yeah. Sister Teresa's still on here, so don't go crazy on me. But I got you. I got all the shirts.
How long we been on this love?
Man, y'all love doing this, huh? Y'all just love throwing it on the fire. It's like just cook Sloan. I got you. I got you.
So we wearing the shirts or what we doing?
I think we should not wear the shirts because I don't think everybody. I think we should like wear what we're comfortable wearing. Y'all want to wear color? Y'all want to wear the same thing?
Black and gold.
Yeah, we can wear like black and gold. You know what I'm saying? Look official.
I don't know if I had anything gold, but
I got like black, khaki, so. Black and khaki. You ain't got to be gold.
Yeah, just darker colors. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Black and khaki.
That's a bit.
DeMarcus, why you look stressed? You ain't got no dark colors. You ain't got no black stuff.
DeMarcus dark.
Oh, do I say that? Dark.
DeMarcus can wear himself.
He can wear himself.
We still on live.
Yeah, bro. All right. Yeah. I gotta hang up, but we can because Shanice asked me too, so she was the first one to ask me. It's funny that you asked now. Like it's been like Shanice asked me as soon as I said. She said, "What are we wearing?" Of course. She cut me, bro. She cut me off.
Women a little longer to get dressed,
bro. She's like, "What are we wearing?" She's like, "What are we wearing? What are you wearing?" I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna ask them. So I'm glad you asked. But yeah, we can get in a group text and kind of build some technicals on that. But
look uniform or something.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, we'll get that going in the message. But all right, brothers.
Yeah, have a good night, bro.